Rahmanir Rahim. Or in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Peace and blessings and salutation be upon all the prophets, from the first prophet Adam to the last prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for leaving today your busy Ramadan schedules and for being here for a very needful cause. I myself, as an Imam of Masjid Umar and Yorkshire Muslim Academy, on behalf of myself, on behalf of all members of my congregation, on behalf of all Muslims in South Yorkshire, I would like to clearly condemn in the most strongest possible words the recent terrorist attacks carried out in our capital city, London, as well as in the city of Manchester. Although it is not very clear as to who are the real responsible people behind such attacks, whether these are the apparent offenders who we see or some other agencies, either foreign or otherwise, are part of it. Yet the gist of it and the fact of it is innocent lives have been lost. Families have become very distressed of losing their beloved ones, resulting in our country to be once again in a havoc and chaos. During this very emotional times, our prayers, our solidarity, our sympathy and our empathy lies with the ones who have lost their very valuable and precious lives. Also with those who have lost their beloved ones. We pray to Allah Almighty for our perseverance and for our patience and for steadfastness during this very sensitive time. May I bring to everybody's attention that no matter if these terrorist attacks are carried out by a handful of so-called Muslims, but the reality is we all Muslims, 99.999% of the Muslims of this country, we recognize these attacks as extremely barbaric, as extremely inhumane, totally anti-Islamic and totally anti-Quranic. We do not wish to be defined. Our religion, our peaceful Islam, or our very compassionate Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam cannot be confined, or our Quran full of words of wisdom cannot be defined with actions of a handful of monsters living in this country. How could it be so when Quran clearly announced Man qatala nafsan bighayri nafs aw fasadin fil ard faka'annama qatala an-nasa jami'a. Whoever shall kill a single innocent life, then it is as though he has killed the entire human race. How can the compassionate Prophet be blamed for such actions when he, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, himself has declared, Man hamala silaha alayna falaysa minna. Whoever shall carry weapons, he is not amongst us. I would like to make it very clear to the entire British public that 99.99% of the Muslim population of this country are ever so peaceful. They are very law-abiding citizens of this country. They love this country and they are proud of being called the British Muslims, and they want to share their true love, their harmony, their respect and their tolerance with all the members, with the fellow members of this country all the time. Also at the same time, whilst today we are here to condemn these attacks in London and in Manchester, today we are not only standing here to show our condemnations based on geographical basis or on racial or religious basis. Today we are standing here on this platform to show our condemnation on the basis of humanity. Hence it goes without saying that anywhere, in any part of the world, wherever any action of terrorism is taking place, we would like to show our clear condemnation. Whether that terrorism is in the form of public, by the public terrorists, or whether those attacks are carried out by state terrorists, whether those attacks are carried out with people with turbans and beards, or whether they are carried out by people with suits and ties. We condemn all forms of terrorism in any part of the world. Lastly, before I leave, people will say, and listeners have got all the right to say, that these condemnations do not promise further attacks in this country. Quite rightly said. And people would like to know the reasons behind these attacks. People would like to know the solutions and the resolutions. May I discuss with you and very categorically make it very, very clear that terrorism doesn't breed from mosques and madrasas. Otherwise, in this country, there are more than 1,000 mosques and more than 1,000 madrasas in this country. If this was the case, then the country would have become flooded with blood. Not so. Mosques and madrasas are ever so peaceful. What I will ask is for the country to look into its